Alright, so here we are, about 2 months after we first picked up the Sirocco Grande. We have talked a lot about the van over the past few videos, but we just wanted to bring you some final thoughts about this one because we've had so many people reach out to us with a million different questions, to be honest, and overall whether we're happy with the van or not. So let's give it a bit of a rundown. Throw over to you, Mavo. Tell me, what are your favourite parts of the van?
My favourite parts of the van would be, I love the outdoor area, the pantry. I love how it is separate to the sink and the stove. At night time you can leave the sink and the stove out, but you can close down the pantry away from the animals, etc., and nothing can get in. So I really love that about the Sirocco. What else do I love? I love
great drawers in the pantry too.
Yeah, great drawers. They're so great that you often forget about them and you forget that you've got additional stuff in them, so they're that good. Yeah, so absolutely love that. I love the hanging space in the wardrobe, the two-seated area.
Oh yeah, the dinette, like the two-seater. Yeah,
that's really good.
We can have dates every night.
The ensuite is awesome. It's nice and big. It's not small like the Stealth that we've been in before, where it was quite narrow, so I've really enjoyed that.
The van's an extra 200mm wider this year, and I think that's made a huge difference to the Sirocco bathroom. Yeah,
but just the cupboards and the drawers and the, you know, you've got plenty of space to put things away, so I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. It's interesting to why we're so different. So Mavo's talked about space and pantries and drawers.
Like the lifestyle stuff. So where you keep things. Oh, I love the, I forgot to say, I absolutely love the stand-up fridge inside.
Oh yeah.
I personally wouldn't go for a microwave. I'm hoping Jawa might give people an option, because I love the shoe space that has given us compared to what we had in the Infinity 13. So I'm hoping that's an option for you guys out there.
We are so different. So I've talked about this a lot, but I'll recap it really quickly. I actually think it's the best van that we've towed so far.
Yeah, really nice.
And I think this is our 7th Jawa, and we've never had trouble at all with our towing, because we are so pedantic with weight distribution and packing and that sort of thing. But for this van to be almost at 3 tonne when it's fully loaded, it just sits behind Barry and purrs away. We've done just on 7,000 Ks. We hit 7,000 Ks yesterday.
Yeah.
And I just did a quick fuel calculation. We're at 17.2 litres per 100. So given that length, given the headwinds that we had coming across the Nullarbor in particular, I think that is pretty outstanding fuel economy. It was lower, particularly when we first came over. Since we've hit the west and the wind's been more behind us as we've travelled, we've certainly improved that. But the worst day that we had was still under 20 litres per 100. So, you know, thumbs up to that. I think the towing comes down to Lovell suspension, Japanese bearings, the upgrades to the brake hubs in terms of off-road brake magnets and that sort of thing make a big difference. So that's number one that I love about it. Number two, the power system. Yeah. So Enerdrive and I are going to get together, or us, in a little bit more detail coming up in another video, but 400 amp hours of lithium, 600 watts on the roof with the MPPT that's driving into the battery. We've then got the DC-DC, which is going to run the soft panel but also the car when it's charging. Then we've also got a 100 amp AC charger in here as well. So 3000 watt inverter, I don't know how I forgot that. So stay tuned for another video later on around running your aircon when you're fully off grid, because that will be another one that you can achieve. Variable conditions are going to change the outcome every single time, but you can definitely get an hour or two to cool it off at the end of the afternoon as you go into the night to cool the van down. So the other thing that gives me peace of mind, particularly as a customer of Jawa, so not just somebody that works with the team, is the quality of the inclusions. And it's not just the quality of the inclusions, but it's the brand names that when you're at a caravan show and you're looking at a 400 amp hour battery, or you're looking at a diesel heater, or you're looking at a dust reduction system, air conditioning, all of those sorts of things, Jawa use quality brand names. So those quality brand names come at a bit of a cost, but they also come with better warranty periods. They come with an Australia-wide service network. And so, for example, diesel heater, you can get something that is no name, non-branded, for a cheaper price than an e-Dispatcher heater. The thing about the decision point around this e-Dispatcher diesel heater is because we know that there's a nationwide service network. So it's just that peace of mind that if something goes wrong and you're in the middle of outback Western Australia, you're not having to head back to the East Coast to get something fixed. There'll be an agent, you know, within a few hundred kilometres, if not closer. So those little bits and pieces, when you're looking at vans and making a decision, you kind of look at the stats on a run sheet or something on a website and those sorts of things. You don't always look into the brand names, but the peace of mind that you've got with even the Evercool fridges and those sorts of things made up in Sunshine Coast, like brands that will stand behind their products, much like Jawa do with all of the chassis and those sorts of things. You just know that you've got peace of mind. And if you're dropping 75, 80 grand on a van, you're going to want to know that you've got that backing, rather than a no-name battery system that starts to play up, and then you're working through either a dealer or a company that don't want to work with you. It's not just the price of the van, it's the price of the peace of mind.
And who doesn't want to go without all those great, you know, creature comforts as well?
Totally.
I don't.
No. So yeah, look, we've thoroughly enjoyed our time in the Sirocco. If you're wanting detailed rundowns on battery or detailed rundowns on towing or a detailed walk around, check out our other videos because we've covered all of that stuff off and more.
And head over to Jawa as well. Give them a call, ask them questions. Yeah,
100%. Jump on their website, contact them through that, or just give them a call. 4 presents throughout Australia now. So we've got Townsville, we've got Caloundra or the Sunshine Coast, we've got Caboolture, and we've also got Windsor in Sydney as well. So give Matty a call, tell him I sent you and give him hell. But in all seriousness, would we buy the Sirocco Grande, maybe?
Yeah, we would.
100% we would. It's just been such a stable van, and having a stable van with virtually nothing that's gone wrong also means that your adventures are more meaningful because you got this beautiful home base. And
I must admit, you know, normally we'd pick up a van and we would do shakedowns to like nut out any little, you know, minor issues or anything that might need to be reviewed back over to Jawa. This time round, I was a little bit nervous. We didn't actually do any shakedown, and we picked it up, we packed it, and we went, and we came straight across to WA, and we haven't had any issues whatsoever. So I think that is, you know, a
testament to the quality,
absolute testament to them,
and the not just the research and development, but the constant contact with the factory to make sure that these little bits and pieces are consistently improved on.
And I'm not saying don't do shakedowns.
Yeah, 100%. Make sure you do shakedowns.
I absolutely do recommend doing shakedowns so that you're in you're not far from home and you're in the local area. And if you do need to drop into Jawa or if you do need to contact them, it's no big deal and you can do that with ease. So I do recommend it. However, I'm just saying I was a little nervous, but it's been fantastic for us.
The last thing I want to say is if you were following our socials when we first picked up this van, I posed a question and I said, how do you take a multi-award winning van, which to be really honest has put Jawa on the map? I think the Sirocco was the first really big breakthrough for the guys, and when you talk to Sirocco owners, they're so proud and they love their vans so much. And the question in my mind was, how do you take this multi-winning award-winning van and make it better? And
you did.
They have. Like 200 mils wider, the change to the pantry layout, so basically you're not having to push everything away like in terms of your sink and cooktops to be able to close the pantry off.
Your water's always connected.
Yeah, your water's always connected. The placement of the drawbar taps, the amount of storage that we haven't even managed to fill up even though we're doing a full lap, the orientation of the pantry and the pull out little hidden drawers and those sorts of things, the toolboxes on the front where we can fit so much stuff without smashing our ball weight,
and the tunnel boot,
the tunnel boots that are still not full, even though we're on the road full time. Like, again, when you go to a caravan show, you don't see all these little bits and pieces. You only focus on the big features. These are the things that make living so much better. And the 2024 models have taken a brilliant platform which customers already love. And I tell you what, if we had an opportunity the next time we do a full-time lap, not doing the work that we're doing now,
Yeah.
we'd happily do it in this van.
Yeah.
Happily do it in this van.
Yeah.
So massive thumbs up with us. Please keep asking questions, everybody, because we love the interaction. We've been getting some amazing questions, not just around the van, but, you know, what size mocha pot do you use? And what did you use to froth your milk? And
How do you make the bed?
how do you make the bed? Like, all those sorts of things, guys. We love that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because
It's stuff that we don't realise that you want to know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, by all means, drop us a line. Let us know what you'd like us to show you or explain to you as well. We're more than happy to do that.
yeah. So should we say what we're going into next? People that follow our socials would already know, because this video won't be up before we do the handover.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we're heading into a Stealth 16, so slightly bigger. Some differences, particularly on the inside of that van, so no fridge that Mavi loves so much. For me though, who stresses about the battery all the time, that means, you know, 70 to 80 amps less per day that are going to go back into the battery. So, you know, we'll see how we go. Quite similar vans, but very different in the same way. So look forward to bringing you lots of stuff around that Stealth 16 as we get north of Perth.
Yeah.
All right, cheers guys. Have a great one. Thanks for spending the time. Ask all your questions, and we'll see you in our next video.
See ya.
Thanks everyone.